It comes to no surprise that For Honor has a lot of problems. I mean, a lot. Some very minor issues like how ranked is kind of just unplayable due to low player count, and obviously the bigger issues like character balance and people abusing high latency to gain an advantage in ways like VPNing or just downloading games in the background. But at the end of the day, For Honor is not the only fighting game that kind of struggles with these exact same issues. The issues that I'm referring to have no effect in other fighting games. If my opponent were to say rage quit after I hit a massive combo string, this action only really affects him. But For Honor is a quote-unquote team fighting game, and this is where I think For Honor's main problem really lies. Yes, I'm saying that rage quitting is For Honor's biggest issue. You want proof? When I do eventually stream, I do a monthly enemy and team rage quit counter. This basically kind of tracks how many rage quits I see, and remind you, I play this game solo queue. Or maybe I run it with a duo. But the chance of me asking my friends to play For Honor has the same outcome of asking them to dip their balls in a deep fryer cover in butter. But solo queuing also gives the game way more chances for someone to rage quit. A very long time ago when I used to stream on Twitch, I streamed for around 15 days in 1 month. And the first time this ever happened, it gone up to triple digits.
Hinder yourself and you're still better than them.
You think that's bad? I streamed for the first time in February and reset the counter to 0. After 5 games, I had 21 rage quits. If you do the easy math, that's 4 rage quits per game, aka an entire team rage quits before the game is finished.
And it's just sickening, bro. Like, you either play this game in a 4-stack or you fucking lose. Like, you play in a 4-stack or you lose. That's... yeah, like literally an entire team and then somebody either joining or someone on my team rage quitting per game. Per game. And here's where you say, oh, but since they're rage quitting, they're gonna get the lever penalty, right? No. No, of course they aren't. It's really simple. Both console and PC have so many ways to rage quit while also dodging the penalty entirely. Now, I doubt any of this is new information, so I'm not like leaking how to dodge the penalty, because honestly at this point everybody knows how to do it, but I'm just gonna list the ways that both parties can. For PC, there's very many ways, but starting, you can first task manager and close your game there. This completely avoids it. Same with just turning off your internet. Putting on airplane mode also disconnects you from the game without giving you a lever penalty. Sometimes Alt F4ing works, but sometimes the game will catch you doing this and apply the lever penalty, but good on you. For console, my main understanding is that you can kind of just go to the main homepage of whatever console you're on, being Xbox or PS4, PS5. You can click start on the game, and then the close application button will close the game and completely avoid the ban. Lastly, this works on both platforms, but if you just ask your friend to invite you out of the game, you avoid the penalty entirely. So again, I hear you saying, well, what's the fix? Well, I do have a couple in mind, but remind you, I'm no game dev, I'm just some guy that makes videos for fun. First off, the only thing that should avoid the lever penalty is the game crashing, aka you get the oh no it crashed screen or a blue screen on your console. I don't know what it is on Xbox, but that's the only things that should stop you from getting a lever penalty. I would also want to add another system on top of this where if you kind of rage quit after the point where nobody can replace you, your ban should be longer, or the team that is down a player after the point of no return gets a surrender button instead. This stops them from suffering from a revenge feeding bot for another 5 minutes of just constant losing because either the bot's dying constantly feeding revenge or not helping the team at all. So what is the point of no return? Well, in Dominion, once a team hits past the halfway mark, that means the match is now locked, meaning if you weren't joining in progress before that, there is no one allowed to join your game. And in Breach, it's the same thing. The second someone breaches the first gate, that match is now locked, meaning nobody can join it. If you play Breach on the regular, you know that rage quitting is a massive problem already, and most of the time you are not finishing a game with all 8 players intact. It's really bad, and I just really wish this wasn't the case, because I do think Breach is For Honor's best game mode. But if they were to add a surrender button, there needs to be circumstances. These circumstances are very easy. I think the circumstances for a surrender button to pop up are that someone has left the game, nobody can replace them, and the majority of the team needs to pass on the vote. This helps avoid people just running into a fight,
losing it, spamming the surrender button until the team eventually hits yes. There needs to be some sort of circumstance instead of having the Valorant fucking surrender button. If you want to see the Rage Counter live, you should you should just come by and catch a stream to really watch it all happen, to make sure that I'm not bullshitting. Let me know in the comments what you think of my changes and any other changes that For Honor should do to stop people from rage quitting so often. Nevertheless, have a good day.